Hey guys, it's Missy. I am just updating you on the surgery. Sorry I didn't get to you guys earlier. The Wi-Fi at the hotel and at the surgery center was not the greatest, so I couldn't upload anything, and needless to say, I wasn't in the mood to do any videos. It wasn't rough, but it was enough to just lounge around. Of course, you can see today, no makeup, my hair is not done. Um, so, I arrived in Tijuana, or I got into San Diego Thursday on the 20th, and they picked us up, went over the border, everything was fine. We went and did EKG and some blood work, and then they dropped you off at the hotel. You could hang out there, walk around downtown. And then the next morning they picked you up in a van at 6 o'clock, just depending on when they told you your surgery was going to be, because he does surgeries throughout the day. So we were the first group to get in, so they did ours first thing. And so I was the first patient to go get it done that morning, which I wanted, because I wanted him to be, fresh, and I didn't want him to be tired and whatever. And, could possibly make a mistake, as anybody would. So I was the first one to do it, and then I came back down in the room after I woke up from anesthesia, which was really rough. Yeah, it took me probably about 45 minutes to really be aware of what was going on. I was just kind of in and out of consciousness for a little bit. And then came back downstairs to our room. I was with 3 other girls, a mom and daughter, and then another lady who brought her husband. All really nice. And so we got to share a room all together while we were recovering. So one by one they all came back after their surgeries, and we were kind of just passed out for a while. And slowly, they tell you to walk, and that is the key, because you're going to have all this gas in your chest. I'm still dealing with it, and it's going to hurt. Heating pad, must. You have to bring your heating pad. That saved my life. It helps get the gas out and helps soothe. My shoulders, my back, and my neck is where all the gas stayed. It's still pretty painful back there, but I did have a little bit of a massage at the airport. That kind of helped, but walking is definitely the key. First off, they're going to offer you water, or you're going to have an IV, so they're going to give you everything through your IV, so you don't really have to drink anything. The next day, they're going to want you to start eating or sipping on broth and Jello. Do not do the apple juice. I did that first thing, had 2 sips, is way too sweet. When you get out of the surgery, your stomach's going to be, it's like a brand new stomach, so it's not used to anything. So that sugar in that apple juice, oh boy. Took 2 sips and threw up. I did a lot of dry heaving, didn't really throw anything up. The gal next to me, Demi, she threw up for about 2 days straight, and it was blood and mucus. So that's pretty normal, but I'm glad that I didn't go through that. Just dry heaving a couple of times, which wasn't too bad, and they made us stay 2 nights in the surgery center, so we didn't get to go to our hotel and hang out with our significant other or guests that we brought with us, like they said in the original thing, which kind of pissed me off, but I guess it's better care. Our nurse on the last night was amazing. He gave us some amazing pain medicine, so we just passed out. It was great. Most of them do speak English. Some of them, they have a hard time, so they have to have somebody else kind of come in and interpret. But other than that, really good care. Everything is super clean. I would say their level of care is probably close to the level of care you'd get in the United States. It's just a little archaic. They don't have all the new whizzy bangy cool technology that we have up here because they can't afford it. So your stitches are going to be regular stitches. They're not going to be dissolving. So you have to get those removed or remove them yourself. Let's see, today is 5 days post-op. I'm doing okay. Last night I had a lot of gas in my abdomen that I could feel, so I didn't really sleep too well. I'm not really hungry at all. I do get cotton mouth. I know that I'm not drinking enough water. They say if your pee is a light yellow, you're getting enough. If it is dark, you need to drink. And it's pretty hard to drink a lot because your stomach is so small. So you have to constantly be drinking something to get the amount of liquids in that you need. That's the tough part. So I'm having a really hard time getting the amount of liquids in that I need, you know, to stay hydrated. I did have a follow-up appointment with my regular physician. She agreed to do my follow-ups. She said that a couple of my incisions look a little infected. Another thing, they do send you home with an antibiotic, a painkiller, and milk of magnesia. The painkiller has no flavor because you have to mish it up and put it in a juice. So that's fine. But the antibiotic, it's Cipro, absolutely disgusting. I don't know how I got it down those 2 days. I almost threw up every single time. You just have to kind of chug it or sip, get it down. So my physician changed me over to amoxiclav, which is a broader spectrum antibiotic. So she's hoping to get a couple incisions that were looking red healed up nicely. And my sugars are down, which is great. I think they were down to 160, which is the lowest they've been since I was diagnosed a month ago with diabetes, so I'm happy with that. When I went in yesterday, I weighed 266, so happy with that as well. Just a day by day. I don't have a whole lot of energy. I do recommend doing a broth for breakfast, a broth for lunch, and a broth for dinner. But I don't recommend like the canned broth because it doesn't have all of the protein from the meat that if you do it yourself, and all the juices from the meat. So I recommend doing like a crock pot chicken soup or beef stock soup, you know, with some veggies and stuff, and then your other people at your household can eat the beef or the chicken and the veggies that you can't have. And that seems to have more satisfying and gives me more energy because I did try the regular like beef broth out of a can and it didn't do anything for me. So I've been trying to get homemade broth, homemade soup, and just straightening out the vegetables and everything else in there. That seems to be working a lot better. I can't wait for week 3 when I get to have mashed potatoes. I've been craving mashed potatoes for like 3 weeks. That's all I want is mashed potatoes. But so Friday will be 1 week, and then another week of that, another week of liquid after that, and then I can have pureed foods. So I'm really excited about that. They said you can have coffee and tea, but it has to be decaf, and you can have skim milk. So if you want to put milk in your coffee, you can do that. You can't have any sugar, so use stevia or Splenda. Just trying to think of what else to go over so you guys have a lot of information. Getting back over the border. Oh my god, that was the worst 3 hours of my life. It moves so slow. You just sit there in the van for 2 to 3 hours, depending on what time of day you leave. We left at 11, and it took us like 2.5 hours to get over the border. And it's ridiculous. They have vendors in the middle of the street trying to sell you junk, gum, popsicles, ice cream, picture frames, wooden turtles, Jesus statues. I mean, it's over the top. No wonder why it takes so long, because there's just so many people in the middle of the road that nobody can get through. And once we made it close to the border people, it only took like 5 seconds. He said, "Okay, what are you here for? Oh, do you have anything declared? Nope. Okay, bye. See ya." Like, that trip was so bad. Like, I was just in a lot of pain. I was tired. I hated going back over the border. That was the worst. And then plane ride back was okay. I asked for a seatbelt extender so it wouldn't go over my stitches. That helped, and I watched a movie the whole way back. That helped. And I bought a vitamin water. I highly recommended the Power C. It has B12 in it, which you need. And that kept me pretty hydrated on the plane. And try and get an aisle seat, so you have as much room as possible. And that's really about it. I think I will update you guys more. I'm sorry that I didn't update you while I was down there. It was just really, I was not in the state of mind to do a video. So, I will probably do another video later next week. And if you guys have any questions, comment below and I'll try and get back to you. Bye.